How many? Okay, 16 students have joined, so we can start. Okay, acids part is completed. Today we start with the basics. Okay, today we start with basics from the third chapter, acid, base, and salt. Acid part is completed. Now we'll start with the basics. Okay, so what is a base? The base is a chemical compound that accepts.
And can you please tell me the page number?
Miss,
The screen is blurred. Miss, the
Screen is blurred.
Your screen is blurred.
yes, miss.
Ma'am, due to network, ma'am.
Just a screen. See, now it is clear. Is it clear?
Yes.
Miss, little bit it is clear.
Any problem?
No, miss.
Okay. So as I told you, what is a base? A base is a chemical compound that accepts proton. Okay. Base is a chemical compound that accepts proton. H plus ion is called as a proton. Okay. So base accepts proton, and when it accepts proton, it is going to form salt and water. Okay. So what is the definition of base? Base is a chemical compound that accepts proton and it is going to form salt and water. That is called as a base. Okay. Now see, example of bases are metallic hydroxides and metallic oxides. Okay. Metallic hydroxides and metallic oxides are bases. Metallic hydroxide is metal plus hydroxide. Example: NaOH, KOH, NH4OH. Okay. So hydroxide is OH. Right. Metallic oxide means only oxygen, not the hydrogen. Na2O, sodium oxide, potassium oxide, okay, ammonium oxide. These are all the examples of metallic oxide. So these two together they are called as bases, and general formula for base is, in case of metallic hydroxide, MOHX. Okay, where M is metal, OH is hydroxide, and H is number of oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Example, when we write calcium hydroxide, so your H is equal to 2, means 2 oxygen atoms and 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so what are bases? Base is a chemical compound that accepts proton to form salt and water. Okay, examples of bases are metallic hydroxides and metallic oxides. General formula of base is MOHX. Okay, where X is the valency and X is tells us about how many oxygen and how many hydrogens are present in the given compound, and N stands for the metal. Any doubt?
No,
No,
ma'am.
miss.
Okay, so give the heading. Okay, give the heading bases. Then we'll move further to alkalis. Heading to bases. In that, write down base का definition. Write it down. A base is sorry. Base का definition लिखो. A chemical compound which accepts proton in bracket write down H plus. Okay, in bracket write down H plus. Proton and hydrogen ion, it's one and the same. Proton to form
Can you please repeat again? A chemical.
salt and water
Can you please repeat again? A chemical compound.
to form salt and
Ma'am,
water.
someone is saying something, ma'am.
Yes, what happened?
Ma'am,
Miss
somebody
Shantanu
speaking.
wants you to repeat.
You are not able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. A chemical compound.
Ma'am,
Acha,
Shantanu wants to repeat this definition.
I will repeat. I'll repeat. Yes, I am repeating. Base, okay, definition of base. A chemical compound which accepts proton, in bracket write down H plus. A chemical compound which accepts proton, in bracket write down H plus, to form salt and water as the only product is known as base. As the only product is known as base. Okay, once again I repeat, all of you just check. Base, okay, a chemical compound which accepts protons to form salt and water as the only product. To form salt and water as the only product is known as base. Okay, any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
then
ma'am.
next line, put up a star and write down. In next line, put up a star and write down. The metallic hydroxides and metallic oxides are called bases. The metallic hydroxides and metallic oxides are called bases. Full stop. The general formula of metallic hydroxide is M in bracket OH, outside the bracket X. I am written it on board just like that. You write down MOHX. Copy down from the board. Where M is the metal, X is valency of metal. Okay, any problem in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Next we come to alkalis. Alkalis. Alkalis are what? Alkalis are water soluble bases. Okay. Alkalis are also bases, but they are water soluble. Okay. Water soluble means when we dissolve alkali in water, it produces hydroxyl. Okay, it produces hydroxyl ion. Hydroxyl ion is OH minus. Okay, so means aqueous solution. Okay, aqueous solution of alkali. Aqueous solution means when alkali is dissolved in water, it produces only one negatively charged ion, and that negatively charged ion is OH minus, which is called as hydroxyl ion. Okay. Examples: NaOH, KOH, NH4OH, calcium hydroxide. These are all sparingly soluble in water. Sparingly soluble means little amount of it will dissolve and half of it will not dissolve. It does not get completely dissolved in water. It does not form a true solution with water. True solution means, for example, if you take salt and dissolve it in water, it will dissolve completely. If you take sugar and dissolve it in water, it is going to dissolve completely. But when you take NaOH, KOH, NH4OH, calcium hydroxide, these ions, they are sparingly soluble. Little amount will get dissolved, little will remain in undissolved state. Okay, and they also form in aqueous solution. They also form hydroxyl ion as the negatively charged ion. So we all know how they are going to dissociate. Dissociate means split into water. NaOH, double arrow means reversible reaction. Product to reactant, reactant again to product. So it will form Na plus OH minus. Same. KOH, reversible reaction, K plus OH minus. Ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH is ammonium hydroxide. Reversible reaction, NH4 plus OH minus. Calcium hydroxide. Okay, calcium hydroxide Ca2 plus and 2 OH minus. That is the valency of both. Okay, this is, please remember the names: calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. Okay, so what are alkalis? Alkalis are water soluble bases. Aqueous solution of alkali. Aqueous solution means when alkali is dissolved in water, it produces negatively charged ion. Okay, the negatively charged ion is called as hydroxyl ion, which is given by the formula OH minus. Sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. These are sparingly soluble in water. It means they do not completely dissolve in water. Some part gets dissolved, some part remains undissolved. Okay, and when all these alkalis, they undergo Dissociation means when you try to dissolve them in water, they show a reversible reaction. Reversible reaction is a reaction in which reactant is converted to product. Product is again converted back to reactant. Okay? It dissociates as Na plus OH minus. So you can see everywhere we are getting hydroxide ion as the negatively charged ion. Okay, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So give the heading alkalis. Next heading you give alkalis. In that write down. These are water soluble bases. Water soluble bases. Which in aqueous solution, forms hydroxyl ion as the negatively charged particle.
And which ion it forms?
Hydroxyl, it is written on board. Hydroxyl, HYDROXYL. Hydroxyl ion. In bracket write down OH minus as the only negatively charged particle. As the only negatively charged particle. Full stop. NaOH, comma KOH, comma NH4OH, comma CaOH twice. Okay, everything is written on board. Is spherically soluble. Is spherically soluble. Write down the reactions. All the reactions you will write with the names. Finish writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now next is ammonium ion. There will be formation of NH4 ion. See how ammonium ion is formed. Ammonium formula is NH4 plus. Okay. Now this ammonium, basically it is formed from ammonia. Okay. Ammonia. What is the formula for ammonia? Ammonia
NH3.
is
NH3.
NH3. Correct? Nitrogen. Atomic number of nitrogen 7. Electronic configuration 2,5. Hydrogen
Hydrogen 1.
1. Electronic configuration also 1. Now we will draw the electronic structure of ammonia. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They are forming ammonia. It is going to share hydrogen atoms. Electrons with hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen 1 electron each. Okay. Now these two, they are not shared with any hydrogen. So what are these? These are lone pairs of electrons. Okay. Now here cross is electrons of nitrogen. Dot is electron of hydrogen. Okay, now see what type of compound will be formed. It is going to share the electron. Okay, so this lone pair will remain as it is. Two electrons, one single bond. Okay, so one single bond is formed, and which is single bond? This is a single covalent bond that is formed between nitrogen and hydrogen. Now lone pair is remaining. Now what will happen? As we have seen, base accepts proton. Ammonia is the base. So it is going to accept the proton, that is H plus ion. H plus means it is not having any electron in it. Okay. So hydrogen has to complete which rule? It has to complete duplet rule. So what it will do? It will share these two electrons and it will form a duplet. यहाँ पे भी duplet है ना, 1 2 1 2 1 2 and nitrogen का है 8 electron 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and hydrogen is surrounded by 2 electrons. So when it will form duplet, okay. So here, now see this proton, it is sharing which electron? Lone pair of electrons. Okay. So as it is sharing lone pair of electrons, the type of bond that is formed over here, okay, proton is accepted. This bond is called as a dative bond, or we call as a coordinate bond. Forms a dative bond or a coordinate bond. We have studied this already. What is a dative bond or a coordinate bond? Now here nitrogen and hydrogen both are there, but only nitrogen is sharing the electrons with hydrogen because it has lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electron are the electrons which are not shared with any other atom. Okay, so when this base it is going to accept the proton, it is going to form a dative bond. It is single covalent bond because two electrons are only shared. Okay. We have done this before. Only single electron. If 4 electrons are shared, then it forms double bond. If 6 electrons are shared, then it forms triple bond. Here, how many electrons it is sharing? Only 2 electrons. As only 2 electrons are shared, it is going to form a single covalent bond. Okay, understood? Understood, Nidhi? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Easy, ma'am.
4 electrons are shared, it forms double bond. When 6 electrons are shared, it forms triple bond. Here only 2 electrons are shared. So when these 2 electrons are shared, a bond is drawn between these 2 electrons. A single covalent bond is formed. And what is a covalent bond? A bond that is formed by sharing of electrons is called as a covalent bond. Okay, this we have done in the chemical bonding chapter. Okay, so ammonium ion is a base. That's why we are studying it under example of base. Ammonium ion it is formed from ammonia. Formula for ammonia is NH3. Nitrogen atomic number 7. Electronic configuration 2, 5. Hydrogen atomic number 1. Electronic configuration also 1. Now NH3 is there. So hydrogen will share its 1 electron each, and this cross is the electron of nitrogen. कौन से electron है ये 5. Outermost shell, valence shell 3 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These 2 electrons, they are not shared with any other atom, so they are called as lone pair of electrons. Whereas it is sharing 2 electrons with hydrogen. So everywhere 2 two electrons are shared, therefore it is forming a single covalent bond. Now this ammonia, along with the lone pair of electrons, accepts a proton. Okay, H plus is what? It is a proton. So as it is accepting a proton, proton is not having any electron in it. Hydrogen, it has to complete duplex. Why? Because the nearest noble gas is helium. Helium, the atomic number had 2. That's why it has to complete the duplex. So hydrogen is accepted by this nitrogen. Only nitrogen is sharing the electron. Hydrogen is not sharing any electron. That is the reason why only in this case the bond which is formed between nitrogen and hydrogen is called as a dative bond. Anyone, any doubts? Please ask. Have all of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो heading दो ammonia, ammonium ion. Ammonium ion, give the heading. Ammonium ion. That as the ammonium ion is formed between the ammonium ion is formed FORMED formed. It's formed between ammonia molecule and hydrogen ion. It's formed between ammonia molecule and hydrogen ion. In ammonia, there are three single covalent bonds. There are 3 single covalent bonds between nitrogen and hydrogen. And one lone pair of electrons on nitrogen atom. One lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. The hydrogen ion shares the lone pair of electrons from nitrogen atom to complete its duplex by coordinate bond or dative bond.
And which bond, ma'am? One more.
Coordinate bond or dative, DATIVE, dative bond. Okay, that we have studied in second chapter, chemical bonding. Okay, understood? Coordinate bond, dative bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
DATIVE, dative, leading to the formation of ammonium ion. leading to the formation of ammonium ion. See, it's a big paragraph. I will repeat it once. Please cross check. Ammonium ion. The ammonium ion is formed between ammonia molecule and hydrogen ion. In ammonia, there are 3 single covalent bonds between nitrogen and hydrogen and 1 lone pair, LONE, lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom, lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. The hydrogen ion share the lone pair of electrons from nitrogen atom to complete its duplex by dative bond or coordinate bond, DATIVE, dative bond or coordinate bond, leading to the formation of ammonium ion. Copy down everything from the board. Very important.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. All of you have written?
No, miss.
Write it down properly.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. We'll start with the next part. All of you have done? Now next is classification of pigment.
Miss, your screen is blur.
Now it's okay.
Yes, Miss. Now it's okay.
See now classification of bases. Okay, they are classified on the basis of their similar to acid strength, strength, activity, concentration. Okay, so basics are classified depending on their strength, their acidity, and their concentration. Okay, now similar to acid, again we have first is the on the basis of classification on the basis of strength. Okay, in that first is strong basis, second is weak basis. Okay, now see strong bases like acid, same these strong bases they completely ionize in their aqueous solution. Completely ionize means they completely dissociate. Okay, for example, when we take NaOH, make it aqueous solution. Again, I repeat, aqueous solution means when NaOH is dissolved in water, that is called as aqueous solution of NaOH. So it is going to completely dissociate. Dissociate matlab separate into positive and negative ions. So it is completely going to separate as Na plus and OH minus. So here, in case of strong bases, the quantity or what we say the concentration of OH group is high. Okay. Whereas in weak bases, for example, NH4OH, okay, or copper hydroxide, NH4OH, it is having concentration of OH. लो concentration means what? अगर हम लोगों ने इसका एक्टिव सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर किया मींस इसको वाटर में डिसॉल्व किया equal amount of NH4 and OH will not be there. Your equal amount of Na and OH is there. Okay. In fact, OH का जो amount है that becomes more concentrated, more amount. Here less amount of OH. That's why it is called as weak base. Because what is the base? Whenever we study base, all the property of base it depends upon the hydroxyl group. Which is the hydroxyl group? That is the OH minus group. Okay. One more example of this is copper hydroxide. Okay, this also has low concentration of OH minus group. That's why they are called as weak bases. Fine. So after that we'll see activity of base, and then at the last we'll see concentration. Concentration and related. Okay. So classification of bases. Bases are classified depending on their strength, their acidity, and their concentration. First, we'll see about strength. Okay, strength and concentration they are related to one another. So, what is the strength of a base? When aqueous solution of a base is prepared and when it dissociates completely or when it ionizes completely. Ionizes means separation into positive and negative charge. Okay, so when that base in its aqueous solution ionizes completely and that ionized solution has high amount of OH minus, it is called as the strong base. And when the solution has low amount of OH minus, it is called as a weak base. Low amount of low concentration of OH minus, it is called as a weak base. Example of strong base is NaOH, KOH. And example of weak base is NH4OH, CuOH twice. Copper hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. One more example of strong base is potassium hydroxide. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So give the heading classification of bases. Classification of bases. In that write down. Bases are classified. Bases are classified on the basis BASIS on the basis of their strength comma acidity and concentration So bases are classified on the basis of their strength, acidity, and concentration. After that, next slide write down. Give the heading strong bases. Strong bases. In strong bases, write down the bases which almost completely ionize in their aqueous solution are called strong bases. Continue in that only. The solution of strong base contains high concentration of hydroxyl ion, HYDROXYL. In bracket write down OH minus. Okay, high concentration of hydroxyl ion. Example NaOH, KOH. Next, write weak bases. The bases which incompletely or partially ionize ionize in their aqueous solution are called weak bases. are called weak bases. The solution of weak base, the solution of weak base contains low concentration, LOW, low concentration of hydroxyl ion, low concentration of hydroxyl ion, in bracket write down OH minus. Example NH4OH, comma, CuOH twice. Okay, this is on both copper hydroxide, CuOH twice. I just Parth, what is the syllabus?
Ma'am, first three chapters and ammonia and some hydrogen, I think.
So Parth, you are from which school?
Ryan.
Acha, first chapter, then ammonia, and then hydrogen chloride.
First three
Miss-
chapters and seventh whole chapter, 7A and 7B
Yes, miss.
of Ryan.
Acha, okay. Fine. First three chapters are there, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
miss.
ma'am.
हम लोग हैं ना राइट ट्रैक पे?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है. So I'll just repeat. आप लोग एक बार क्रॉस चेक कर लो. Bases are classified on the basis of their strength, acidity, and concentration. Then a strong basis, write down the bases which completely ionize in their aqueous solution are called strong bases. The solution of strong base contains high concentration of hydroxyl ion. Example NaOH, KOH. Weak base. The bases which incompletely or partially ionize in their aqueous solution are called weak base. The solution of weak base contains low concentration of hydroxyl ion. Example NH4OH and CuOH twice, copper hydroxide. Okay. Now the next is acidity. Classification based on acidity of bases. Similarly, we have seen basicity of acid. Same to that is acidity of base. Okay. The number of replaceable OH ion. Replaceable OH ion. Okay, replaceable means which we can replace by any other ion. So the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions present in the molecule of an aqueous solution of a base. Always remember the word. Whenever we are classifying, we always consider its aqueous solution. Okay, aqueous solution means solution that is prepared in water. Okay, so number of replaceable hydroxyl ions present in the aqueous solution of base. Okay, or in case of insoluble aqueous solution का देख लिया. What is aqueous solution? number of replaceable OH ions. Whereas in case of insoluble in water, in this case, acidity of base is equal to number of OH ions. Okay. In case of water soluble, how many OH ions are there that we can replace by any other ion? Whereas in case of water insoluble bases, acidity is equal to the number of OH minus ions. Okay, again, similarly, we are going to classify it as monoacidic base, diacidic base, and triacidic base. Monoacidic, diacidic, and triacidic base. Okay. So when a base contains only one OH group, it is called as monoacidic base. NaOH. Okay, NaOH, how it is going to split? Na plus OH minus. Only one OH. KOH, K plus OH minus. Only one OH. So they become monoacidic bases. So their acidity is 1. Okay. Then we have diacidic. Diacidic means when we have two OH groups. Calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. How many hydroxide groups is there? There are 2 hydroxide groups. Okay. Ca2 plus 2 OH minus, Mg2 plus 2 OH minus. Right? And then we have tri-basic ferric hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide, Mg3 plus 3 OH minus, Al3 plus 3 OH minus. So 3 OH groups, 2 OH groups, and OH group. Okay. So take a screenshot of this, all of you. So what is the acidity of base? The number of replaceable hydrogen ions, or the number of hydrogen ions present in the aqueous solution of a base is called as an acidity of base. It is classified as monoacidic, diacidic, and triacidic. Okay, monoacidic having single OH group, diacidic having 2 OH, and triacidic having 3. Have you taken the screenshot? All of you
Yes, miss.
understood this?
Yes, miss.
Acha, before we stop, in low acidity of base, give the heading acidity of base. Acidity of base, in that write down the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions, the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions present per molecule of a base on complete ionization in its aqueous solution is called acidity of base. It's called acidity of base. Full stop. In case of water in case of water insoluble, in case of water insoluble bases, in case of water insoluble bases, acidity is equal to number of hydroxyl ions, number of hydroxyl ions present per molecule, number of hydroxyl ions present per molecule. Monoacidic base, in that diagram, the bases which contain only one, hydroxyl ion, the bases which contain only one hydroxyl ion per molecule of a base. The bases which contain only one hydroxyl ion per molecule of a base. Diacidic, write down diacidic bases. The bases which contain two hydroxyl ions per molecule of a base. Two hydroxyl ions per molecule of a base. And triacidic, write down triacidic base. The bases which contain three hydroxyl ions per molecule of a base. 3 hydroxyl ions per molecule of a base. Any doubts?